Thanks for your company here on Singapore Tonight. I'm Stephen Chia.
And I'm Dawn Tan. Now, from its highly anticipated unveiling to its recent financial woes, the highs and lows of the Singapore Flyer raises the question of how tourist attractions retain or lose their appeal among visitors.
And to help us understand that better, we have with us today Chris Harris, head of the School of Diploma Studies at Kaplan, Singapore. Good morning. Oh, good evening, Chris.
Good evening, Steve.
Thanks, let's talk about this. I mean, we just announced the Singapore Flyer has a new buyer, but really to bring the crowds back to a tourist attraction such as this, what is it going to take?
Well, a tourist attraction's like any other product or service, I think. You need to have the right product for the right people at the right price in the right place. But another P would be people. And by people, I mean the people that are servicing the customers. I think for the Flyer, it really just needs to establish what its raison d'etre is, why it exists. And in tourism attractions, we always talk about the two E's, if it's a man-made thing. Mm-hmm. Is it there to educate or entertain? And at the previously, and I'm a fan of the Flyer, I've been on it 3 times,
Yep.
I'm not really sure. So I hope the new owners will be able to establish that first and foremost.
All right, so to educate and to entertain, you said. I mean, let's compare it to some of Singapore's other, key attractions. We've got the zoo, of course, Sentosa as well. Is it the X factor?
I think that's a tough comparison because they're fabulous attractions, but they certainly do. I think the thing that they have that the Flyer lacks is the integration with the surroundings. Mm-hmm. So Sentosa in itself is an integrated resort. The zoo is in situ, isn't it? Animals in situ, animals up close. And so whilst those products have rejuvenated themselves, they've rejuvenated by retaining their essential uniqueness, which
and that you feel is missing for the Singapore Flyer? People don't know what it's unique or why it's special?
I think so. And from a business perspective, what's its key market? Who is its target customer?
But isn't the Flyer, you go there to get on the Flyer, to go get a round on the wheel, to take in the sights? Sure. Isn't that it?
Sure. I think that adventure comes into it, and certainly in the case of children on the Flyer, it would cover that. But I think for the discerning tourist that visits Singapore, and increasingly that's what the STB is.
So could the Flyer, going forward, it's always going to do the same thing, isn't it? You're going to get on there and see the sights, and the sights don't change, but there might be some surrounding attractions. I mean, could there be some kind of, interaction there?
Well, it lends itself to something a bit different when you consider that it's got Louis Vuitton down the road and MBS up the road. And so if it considers itself part of a journey, an experience that's more than just the Flyer, I think it's definitely got a chance to succeed and sustain.
Okay. Well, time will tell. Time will tell with the new buyer. They'll see what they make, the changes they want to make. Chris, thanks so much for coming in and speaking with us tonight. Chris Harris from Kaplan, Singapore there.
Thank you.
You've been watching Singapore Tonight. Thanks for your company. Find us online at Facebook and Twitter. Have a good night.
Good night.